Hi everyone, I'm Subrata, a PhD student at Worcester Polytechnic Institute. Today I'm excited to present our recent project, which is titled as Query Guided Representation Alignment for Question Answering over Audio, Video, Embedded Sensor, and Natural Language. We refer this as Raven. So let's consider why query guided representation is necessary. In real world setting, data are often misaligned and noisy. For example, in this image, the camera captures only a blackboard, but in reality, a lecturer was speaking just outside the frame, illustrating the challenge of off-camera speech. Here, the visual input alone misses critical semantic information due to the occultation, and similarly, sensor signals can be ambiguous or incomplete. Now, from the previous scenario, what we observed that off-camera speech carried more relevant information. However, most of the fusion mechanism in current multimodal language model treat all tokens from all the modality equally. Now consider a different question, like what is in front of that person, and here we receive input from three data streams, namely audio, video, and sensor. In this case, the visual modality has the most significant cues because the door is just we can see it visibly. Now for the same case, let's change the question, and for instance, now the question becomes, what does the person plan to do next? In this case, the audio modality becomes the most informative source, right? Because it captures the cues which shall suggest the person's intention. So it provides the most relevant information to answer the question accurately. So what we understood so far is like not all the signals are important all the time. It depends what the question is being asked. That is where the Ravens comes in with its query guided representation. Now let us go over the working procedure of Raven. Like for a given audio, video, and sensor input, Raven first encodes them with modality specific encoders. Next, both the query and the multimodal tokens are passed to the QWERT module, and QWERT computes the importance score of each token conditioned on the query. This importance score then multiplied with the tokens embedding to obtain the query aligned representation. Finally, these query aligned representation are fed into the LLM backbone for the response generation. Now coming to the training of Raven, the process begins with the modality text pre-training. In this stage, each modality text pair is trained with a corresponding projection layer. We perform these steps across all modalities, video, audio, and sensor. And then this query token alignment stage, we train the QWERT module from scratch. This stage optimizes two objectives, through the autoregressive loss and the regularizer loss. This enforces consistency and across modalities. Finally, both the losses are combined using a weighting hyperparameter lambda. And in the final stage, we apply stochastic transformation independently to each modality. For video, for example, this includes some jitter, random dropout, or temporal inversion. For audio, it introduces some Gaussian noise, temporal reversal, or replacement with unrelated samples. And for the sensor, we perturb them with zero-centered Gaussian noise scaled by their empirical variance. This stochastic augmentation enhances the model robustness and generalization across diverse multimodal conditions. Now, to facilitate the training of Raven, we curate a dataset which we call AVS-QA. This is the first of its kind that includes aligned audio, video, sensor, and QA quadruples. The generation of AVS-QA follows three sequential phases. In the first phase, which namely the actor phase, we extract the meta information from the raw recordings using a variety of pre-trained model and analysis tools, which we used YOLO V11, Bleep2, Quen Audio, and some feature extraction techniques. And these extracted descriptions are provided to GPT to generate diverse contextually grounded question answer pairs. And next, the evaluator phase verifies each generated question using the same meta information, ensuring that the reference modality are indeed supported by the input triplets. Finally, in the critic phase, it applies an ensemble instructions tuned LLMs following the LLM judge paradigms to assess all the overall question answers quality. These stages guarantees that the retained question answer examples are interpretable, semantically consistent, and well grounded across modalities. Now coming to the results section, and in this table we compared the Raven's performance against the prior multimodal large language model on exocentric video and audio video QA benchmarks. We can see like across all the datasets, Raven consistently outperforms previous model of similar or even larger scales, and it achieves the highest accuracy, for example 69.8 on music QA and 73.3 on MSVD QA, showing gains of over 5% compared to the best baselines. Importantly, Raven attains this result using only 0.8 million training pairs and 7 billion backbone, demonstrating that query-guided alignment enables more efficient and effective multimodal reasoning. Now coming to the results for exocentric task, we compare our model, which is Raven, on EgoThink and AVSQ benchmark across all reasoning categories and EgoThink, counting, comparison, and situated reasoning. Raven consistently achieve higher accuracy with an average improvement of nearly 15%. Similarly, on AVSQA, which evaluates the audiovisual scene understanding of Raven, attains the best performance, reaching an average score of 0.67. These gains, particularly in situated and coherent reasoning, demonstrate Raven's strength in query-guided cross-modal grounding and contextual understanding. And even in cross-modal mismatch setting, Raven clearly outperforms all the baseline models. Notably, the addition of third training state, which is the perturbation error training, which involves stochastically modality perturbation, yields the most significant performance gain. And this highlights Raven's robustness to noisy, inconsistent multimodal inputs and its ability to maintain reliable reasoning under modality misalignment. And in this table, we show the AVSQ result compared to other SOTA approaches across different modality combination. Here we can see that Raven consistently achieved the highest score across all metrics, even with partial modality inputs such as video, audio, or videos, or audio, video, and sensor pairs. When all three modalities are available, for example, video, audio, and sensor, Raven reaches an average performance of 0.78, demonstrating its effectiveness of query-guided fusion, leveraging complementary cross-modal information. Now we present some qualitative examples of Raven in action. As shown here, like incorporating sensor modality leads to more grounded and context-aware responses. The additional sensory input actually helps the model to capture subtle environmental or motion changes, resulting in answers that are more accurate and better aligned with real-world dynamics. For example, in this case, the audio plus video model observes a cooking scene but cannot confirm of active engagement due to the absence of motion cues. In contrast, if we use audio, video, and sensor model, which leverages the IMU data to detect the lack of body movement and integrates the audio signals to confirm no staring, allowing it to infer that the user is not actively cooking. Again, in this example, audio plus video model identifies dishwashing activity based on the sink visibility and the audio cues such as water flows. And the audio video sensor model enhances this understanding by incorporating IMU data, which reveals low hand and body movement. Okay, this concludes our presentation, and thank you all for your time and attention. We would be happy to take any questions. Please reach out to us with the provided email address, and if you would like to discuss further or collaborate, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you everyone.